Let us start today's session. A very good morning to one and all. A warm welcome to the third session of certification course on shaping a sustainable career. Today's topic is career and placement. Career is very important in one's life. Whatever career path you choose to follow, it will impact your life greatly. Your career will define your status in the society. In other words, your career will determine your social circle and relationships. Career planning is important as it gives much headed direction and makes it clear where you see yourself in future. It makes you aware of your strengths and weaknesses, the skills and knowledge that are required to achieve your goals in future. To speak on this important topic, we have with us Mr. Shafiullah Khan, who does a great job in creating educational videos for YouTube for students. Now I request Mr. Shafi sir to give his valuable lecture on this particular topic, career and placement. I welcome Mr. Shafiullah Khan. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your introduction. Warm good morning to everyone, the participants in Zoom, as well as the people on YouTube watching me live. Warm good morning to all. Let me start my section with the PPT I have bought. Hope today's section will be much more informative and useful for you as you are in third year now. Here I go. The topic for the day, career and campus placement. Both are most important parts of your life. Both the topics makes you your life better. In this section, we will be discussing all about, here is the agenda, the story of tribal, need to update. Next, why choosing the right career is important. The importance of right career we'll be discussing. Then we'll move ahead with what should we do after BTech. Most of the students after 5 years, they'll be confused. What should we do after BTech? Next, higher education or job? Later, we'll be having slides on how to fight unemployment, which is the biggest disaster now, especially during this quarantine because of corona. Most of the unemployed youth, we can see how to fight. Next, what companies are looking for in employees? Placement interview process. What is the process, exact process of placement interviews? What should we do for pre-interview preparation? And how can I get placed and why people get rejected? And finally, commonly asked questions in an interview. These are all things we'll be discussing in today's 1 hour program. Hope you are eagerly waiting to know these things. Next, let me go ahead. Here is the story of tribals. What is the story of tribals? I want to start my PPT with a story. This is the story. When I visited Andaman and Nicobar Islands, I came to know about this story. This story is all about the tribal. The tribals from an island where they used to get oppressed by the leader. Their leader was so cruel towards them. They were much oppressed. The people did not like their leader at all. These tribal people get vexed up with the leader. He is a cruel king who was ruling them. One day, all of a sudden, this cruel king expired. He died. People felt happy in the same way they need a leader. They used to follow a culture. Whoever is the leader, they will listen to him blindly. They'll make a leader, they'll make a king, and they will listen to him blindly. So now they start thinking who should be our next leader. If he to become cruel, what would be our future? We'll be oppressed again and again. We need a good leader. That's why they conduct a meeting and set a rule. Whoever become a next leader should should rule us only for 5 years. After 5 years, he will be thrown in a deadly island, which is full of poisonous creatures. So, whoever the tribal want to become a leader, he want to think twice because it's a matter of 5 years and next end of the life. So only the people who want to serve the society, they used to come 5 years and they used to go to the deadly island and die there itself. Then comes a young boy who come and enjoy 5 years and they used to die in deadly island. At the end, there comes a hero, the young man and little bit knowledgeable person from the tribe. He said that I want to become the next leader. People and his family members said, my dear one, you are so young. Why do you want to die after 5 years? Then he answered, no, I want to be leader for 5 years. As he became a leader, all people started obliging him. All people used to obey him. What he said is, in the first year, he asked all the people, young people, youth of that tribe to start killing all the poisonous animals and deadly animals. As they have to obey to the leader, they did. In the second year, he asked, go and make a ground there, clear ground, and construct a palace. As it was a ritual, they went there and constructed a palace. Later, he asked the people, go and there grow some useful fruits and crops. As people should obey him, they did it. Within the span of 4.5 years, the deadly island became a tourist spot. And here comes the end. 5 years completed. Now the young king, the young leader is so happy to go to the deadly island, which is now a good tourist spot. He was happy to go there. The only reason he was happy is he worked hard when he was given an opportunity. So the moral of the story is, as you sow, so shall you reap. What are the decisions you take today? Definitely it will impact the rest of the life. What are the decisions, where are the places you choose to be now, it will impact tomorrow. What are the friends circle you choose today, tomorrow you will be there. This is what I want to say is career. What you choose today after final year tells your future, where you will be tomorrow. So choosing the career is the most important thing. In the next 1 hour, 20 minutes, I'll be discussing about career, and remaining 40 minutes, I'll be discussing about placement. How can we crack an interview? Let us go. What could we do after BTech final year? How can we make our career a bright one? First of all, we should be updated. If you don't update, what happens? Update in the sense what? Update with knowledge, update with friend circle, update with circumstances, how are the people around you, update with social knowledge, update with your subject knowledge, update with the technology which we are using now, update with the relationships which you maintain, update with the language you have. For this, you have to search for knowledge. You should be eager to search for knowledge, then only you can get update. If you don't update, what happens? If you don't update, you don't exist. My dear one, if you don't update today, you don't exist tomorrow. I may be rude, but I will prove that how you can't exist in this competitive world. Here is the example. Here is the proof. Look at this. In this, some of the apps, some of the technology which was in boon, in high, once upon a time, now it is in a trash because it get updated or it did not exist. See here the list. What else updated? And what kills what? WhatsApp has killed SMS, DVDs has killed VCDs, YouTube has killed almost everything. Theaters, DVDs, cassettes, Bluetooth has killed infrared. Now we have Wi-Fi. Xander killed Bluetooth. CDs killed cassettes. Uber killed Ola cabs. Mobiles has killed everything. Our libraries, our physical meetings, our kitty parties. Computer has killed typewriter. And Google has killed every gossip, every talk, every dictionary, every library. And Wikipedia has killed an encyclopedia, and the list goes on. And the next is, if you don't update, this is what? So, whatever position you are today, use it positively. Tomorrow may not be yours, but someone else. Today you are in third year, today you are in final year, today you are in some having parents who will help you in every aspect. Tomorrow you will be parents, tomorrow you will be employees. Your pocket money won't be anymore your pocket money, it will be your salary. Your best friend will be husband and wife. You will be having children for whom you should take care. So before things go out of hand, get updated every day, update with knowledge, update with everything, so that we can exist. This is a simple question asked when you are child by your pre-primary teachers. What do you want to be? And answer, I like to be a doctor, I like to be an engineer, I like to be a teacher, I like to be a professor, I like to be an astronaut. This question was asked in an IAS officer, to an IAS officer in an interview. Do you know what he answered? Can anybody guess that answer? In chat box or in comment box? What do you want to be? The exact answer for this should be, I just wanna be happy. Choose your career, not for money, only for happy, because with happiness comes the health. With health comes the wealth. Okay, happiness is the root, it is a stem. With that, you'll get branches of health. For that, you'll get fruits of wealth. Happiness is the root, happiness is the stem. Remaining branches and leaves all are your health, and the fruit you enjoy is the wealth. This is what I was trying to say here. And the next, why choosing the right career is important. Why is it really important to choose the right career? Why can't we listen just blindly? My parents asked me to write MCET, I wrote. My parents asked to join VJIT, I joined. Next, my parents asked to do this job, I did. Simply goes on like this. My friend is doing that, I did. After then, my best friend has taken MPC, so I too took MPC. Should we go like this? If you choose wrong career, or if you choose right career, what will be the circumstances? I'll tell you with an example. Look here. Lifespan of a human being. Infant, 2 years, you will be at home playing, enjoying. Early childhood, you'll join school, you make new friends. Late childhood, you complete your schooling. Adolescence, you complete your junior college. Early childhood, here you most probably complete your education. And comes the middle childhood, which is the biggest lifespan, the biggest part of a lifespan. That is 30 to 60 years. My dear one, look at middle age childhood, 30 to 60 years. Do you know how much is it? It is 30 to 35 years of lifespan. If your lifespan, according to Google, human beings, a normal average lifespan of a human being, according to Google, is 80, 70 to 80 now. At present, in that half part, more than 30 to 35 or 40, you live middle age, where you do job, you do business, you earn, you learn. If you do here wrong, if you choose your wrong career, if you take wrong job, if you took wrong course, what happens, you know? It is neither be useful to you nor useful to the society. You neither could do anything for you and your family, neither you can serve the society happily. This 40 years of life, you will be crippling yourself, you will be cursing yourself, why I am doing this? I don't like to be a software engineer. I hate sitting in front of computers for hours together. My dear one, some people strive for job here and there for years together. Finally, they'll become a teacher, school teacher, or some college teacher. If, for example, they don't like to become, but they become, definitely they'll ruin complete student's life because they can't teach well. They accidentally become a teacher. Small children's life they will ruin, and they themselves they'll be crippling. My life, my unhappy life. If you choose right career, this 40 years, you live happy. You love to do job. That's why you help society. This is what I was trying to say in this slide. Let me move ahead. What should we do after BTech? Here is the question. What should we do after BTech? Most of the people, especially Indians, especially South Indians, have a dream. Who? Parents. My son should be a government employee. Most of the girls will have a dream. What? Not most, some of the girls. My husband or my son-in-law should be a government officer. Let us discuss with first, after BTech, what are the good government jobs you can get with high package? Yeah, here is the question. What could we do? We have two options. Either you can do higher education or you can do job. Higher education or job. You can choose either of one. Here I go. First of all, we'll discuss about higher education, and the PPT ends with obviously placements and all. Let us see what sort of government jobs you will be getting in higher education. If you go with higher education, first of all, we'll discuss with higher education, that is MTech. For that, you have to crack GATE. If you crack GATE, you can get in IITs, or else you can get in any of the universities, any of the college, which is not that much worthy. Next, MBA. If you want to go towards management side, business side, you have to do MBA, Master of Business Administration. Best place is IIM, Indian Institute of Management. For that, you have to crack CAT exam, which is little bit tough. Next, you can do MS, Master of Science, in any of the local university or abroad university. The about top courses you can do either in India or abroad. To do in India, as I have mentioned there, CAT and GATE is enough. What if you want to do this one abroad? If you want to do abroad, what? If you want to do abroad, these are the 4 things you must possess. These are the 4 things. First is GRE, Graduate Record Exam, which will be conducted as an entrance for MS to join abroad. Abroad, MS, abroad, you have to crack GRE, Graduate Record Exam. And next comes a GMAT, Graduate Management Administration Test. This is for MBA. If you want to do Masters with Business Administration, you can do MBA. And finally comes TOEFL and IELTS. TOEFL stands for Test of English as Foreign Language, or IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. Both are the R subject exams. Most of the universities, without any of these certificates, they will never let you in. TOEFL is much more easier compared to IELTS. In both TOEFL and IELTS, one thing is common, that is LSRW, VG, listening, speaking, reading, writing, vocabulary and grammar. This thing is common in both the exams, but both the exams conduct nowadays online exams. You can approach and you can crack these exams. And the question comes here, how much percentage, how much grade should we get to get admission in so and so university abroad, like Oxford or any of the university abroad? What are the grades should we get? For this, you have an app. One app is available in Play Store. You can download the app and you can see grade, university, which university offer how much percentage or how much grade should be. That all you can compare each and every university in each and every country for TOEFL and IELTS both. First, install that app. Let me go ahead. After higher education comes a job. As I have mentioned in previous slide, how important the job is. And we think for most of the government jobs. The first government job which you can get is PSU, Public Level Undertaking. That is for GATE. Your crack GATE, you can take. This is the highest paid. You'll get a high package salaries here in government sector. Next is UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. Under this, we get IAS, IAS officers, PCS officers. These all are high paid job. Next comes here assistant engineer. This is little bit low package, but as you grow higher, your packages you get good packages. The problem is you get this for private as well as in government sectors. You get an assistant engineering job. Later here goes a government job again, that is junior engineer. In this, both the people from diploma, polytechnic background and BTech background joins here. And comes here SSC CGL, like low grade, not completely low, some grade employees, government employees like income tax officers. This type of jobs also you can apply being a BTech graduate. And the next comes here bank PO, probationary officer. Many of the banks allow this. You can be any of the right bank exams. Most of the banks conduct these exams. Let me go ahead now. Here comes, if you want to serve your mother India, you can join. If you have a background with NSS, NCC background in your school, colleges, you can serve country by joining Indian Army, Navy and Air Force. Well respected job. So you become old, you'll be Jawan. Next comes here the main topic of today's campus placement. We will be discussing in elaborately what is campus placements all about. Here goes how to fight unemployment. First, unemployment is the biggest trouble. How could we fight as we pass out if unluckily we are not placed? How to fight unemployment? If you have these qualities, check it now. If you have these qualities, you are First, love your job. It may be anything. Love your job. Nowadays, YouTubers are earning some millions. Actors are earning millions. Let me give an example of Brahmanandam, comedian. Only because of not his dialogues, not his dance, not at all know how to tell, how to act properly. Only because his facial expressions, he has won Guinness World Record by acting in thousands of movies. He's the only person in the world who acted in many movies. He has got Guinness World Record because he loves his job and he's passionate about it. If you love your job, the second thing you have to do is research. Do some research of extra knowledge. Definitely, what you love, definitely you'll do some research on that. You search for extra knowledge. Then reflect your passion in your communication. We as teachers, we can how perfectly we can teach. Same because we have passion to teach. Same when you want to become, when you communicate, that can be reflected, that can be shown, that can be seen by the people that, oh, he is passionate about this thing. This is what's seen in interviews, how passionate he is about the job, to settle in life, to do something to the society. Next is personal grooming and personal hygiene. Personal grooming comes here, your good knowledge and your good language, and physical good looking, both maintained perfectly, because it gives a best first impression. Let me go ahead. Never hate or gossip. When you want to get a good job, you will never gossip. Won't get anything in this circumstances. Our faculties are not good. My parents made me to study here. I was interested to stay. I was interested to study in some other place. No hate, no wrong gossip. Jobs are not for everyone. Always job, no need. You can do an innovative thought. You can sell your thought. How? Let me show next. You'll know it. How we can sell our thought. What companies looking for in employees? Look, my dear one, when I was in Infosys, I got trained up at Infosys, and I worked as a HR also for one of the reputed corporate company. I have learned two things from there. First of all, not to judge anyone, not to judge a company nor a student. When I was in Infosys, they said this: look, when we come to campus, we go empty-handed without selecting a single guy, and students scribble and curse us, telling they don't recruit, simply they come for show. Whereas these people, they are telling that we did not get proper children, we did not get proper stuff in them. Then how could we expect good? How can we take them? They don't have proper zeal towards the career, they don't have proper passion towards them. Then how can I recruit them? This is what, there is a big disconnection between the both. Company is expecting something and students are expecting something, and there is a big mismatch. So today we have to match this. What companies are expecting, same thing if you have, there is a connection. But companies are expecting something, but you are expecting something, and there is no proper match between this. So let us find out and make this connection. First, companies look for trustworthy candidate. Person should be trustworthy. He can be hired and we can trust him. He can. For example, if a VJIT hire a person who don't have proper knowledge, definitely one semester and one subject of group of students goes waste. Goes waste in the sense, goes down. So he should be trustworthy. If a company hired a person who is not trustworthy, their sales go down. So they hire a trustworthy. Second is hardworking. Companies look how hardworking he is. Just a minute. Yes. Next, this is passionate. How much passionate he is. The passion in communication they'll see. They'll see the passion in communication. And the next, and effective communication skills. Could he communicate? Why communicating is important? The person who can't communicate, he can't learn. Today, Modi is a leader because he communicates. KCR has divided 2 states and become the CM because he communicates. Rahul Gandhi may not be, can become a PM because communication skills are low. A person who can communicate, best example, KCR's son KTR can become a CM tomorrow because he has got a communication skills. In the same way, the same CM like Chandrababu Naidu's son cannot become a CM because low communication skills. And here goes the next, honesty. How honesty you have. Don't bother, this looks almost similar. I'll give examples for each and everything. What all the written here, how companies will judge, how companies will see this one in you will be seen. Technical competency, how technically good you are, how flexible you are. They'll see your flexibility. Flexible means how good you can be molded in different places and different situations. And next is attitude. Your attitude is seen. Look, my dear, and most of the people might have seen one of the video which has become very popular. Write something on the board. My dear one, interviews won't be that much simple. Next, here goes the most important thing. Can he be trained or not? If we hire him, will he learn from us? That is what, if we have low grade, if you have low percentage, may not be matter to them, because if they feel that, yeah, he's a good learner, you are hired. Here comes innovative thoughts. Does he possess an innovative thought? These all things will be seen by asking questions. They won't ask directly with these words. They'll ask questions and they'll have this criteria and they have marks for this. Let me tell a story of Dairy Milk. Dairy Milk company has gone, their sales has gone completely down. Their sales has gone completely down. So what they have done is, they started manufacturing different types of chocolate for sale. They come down. Then they felt that no, we are same, disconnection between our company and the people, our customers. So there should be a connection between us both. What to do? They went to colleges, they went to schools and said, what type of chocolate do you like to eat? When they conducted this survey, somebody said that we like to eat hot chocolate, we like to eat soft chocolate, which chocolate should have nuts, chocolate should have something crunchy things, chocolate should have, biscuit should be there in the chocolate, like a wafer, I like a wafer, something different people said, which all already exist in the market. But Dairy Milk is expecting something new. But one girl, definitely I expect she'll be a last bencher, she said, I love to eat Dairy Milk, but when I buy it, it will be cool. I don't like to eat cool and it will be little bit hard. So I put in my pocket, I go home. As I go home, it get melted, I tear it. As I tear, that Dairy Milk flows on my hand, on my fingers. I love licking it and eating. Dairy Milk love that idea. Great, she was awarded. Here comes Dairy Milk new chocolate called Dairy Milk Silk, which is much more costlier chocolate now, nearly more than 100 rupees. whereas 5-star is still 5 rupees one. This is what innovative thoughts they see. Another example I'll give how innovative thoughts are helpful in getting recruited. Example of Zomato, Ola. I forgot to mention one, that is Oyo. OYO. Zomato. What is Zomato? Is it a restaurant? Ola. Is it a factory which manufactures cars? Oyo. Is it a hotel? Branches of hotel? No. Zomato don't have their own restaurant. Ola don't have their own cabs. Oyo don't have their own hotels, chain of hotels. But every restaurant is Zomato's. Every cab driver is Ola's cab driver. Every restaurant is Oyo's restaurant. That is one idea. Excuse me. Let me go ahead. Placement interview process. What is placement interview process? Let me have a sip of water. Thank you. We will discuss about placement interview process. How the process in interview goes on. Most of the time it will be new for most of the people. In placement interviews won't be the same for every company. Differ from a company to company. Every company have their own process of interviewing the people. But in overall, this is not the information I got from internet, but I interact with many of the people across the Telangana to get this information. What is exact interview process going on now at present in 2020, especially during pandemic. GD was there till 2007, it seems. Most of the companies used to conduct group discussions. They used to conduct, but now most of the companies like Amazon, they are conducting jam sessions. They are giving topics which are hot topics. Hot topics like pandemic or Article 320 or problems with China. Should Chinese products should be banned? What's your opinion about banning TikTok? They are giving hot topics. You should be aware of it. Whenever you scroll your Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram account, you should get the knowledge from that, not simply swiping and traveling millions of kilometers. But no, what is happening in the society? These things can be asked in jam session or maybe in group discussion. Next, so we have online, some of the companies. Let me give example of Byju's. Byju's is the best company giving the highest package nowadays, more than 10 lakhs. They are paying and they are taking the work also in the same way, but they are still conducting pen and paper exam, not objective type. They ask you to write an essay. They are the people conduct exam first, most probably an essay. They ask you to write your opinion. They'll give you a issue. They ask you to solve. In this online, you'll be having an aptitude test. You'll be having a verbal test where your verbal and aptitude will be judged. And HR round, next technical round, verbal round, aptitude round, and finally psychometric round. We'll be discussing clearly about what happens in which round. I feel I'm okay. I have to go a little bit fast. Pre-interview process. Pre-interview preparation. What should we be prepared before you go for an interview? These all things should we have in handy before you go for an interview. The first and the foremost thing is good percentage, no backlog. If you have good percentage without any backlog, you have done 90% because you are eligible to attend placement. If you have very less percentage, many backlogs, but very good knowledge, sound knowledge, you can get job outside the campus, but not inside. So my dear one, hard work, If you have backlogs now, clear it before you reach final year. By the third year, you should not have any backlogs with good percentages. Your communication skills will be judged. Next, preparation of resume. Your preparation of resume, you have to prepare not a single resume, at least 3 types of resumes you should prepare. I'm lagging behind the time, or else I might have shown you how easy it is to prepare a resume, because resume is writing about yourself. Look, if I ask you to tell about Shakespeare, it will be tough. If I ask you to tell about yourself and write about you, it might be easier, but you feel difficult. The only reason is may not be guided properly. Look here, resume, easiest way I'll show today. Never forget it. As this webinar is completed, design it. Simple thing. Log into your Gmail ID, click on Google Drive. There you will be having Google Form. Click on Google Form. It will give a template for you to prepare a resume. One template will be designed. There you write your career option. There you write your educational qualifications. There you write your strength. There you write your personal details. But make sure, as you are a fresher, your resume should not exceed 1 paper. It should be only one side of the paper. And prepare. Why I'm telling to prepare 3 types of resumes. In campus placement, some companies come, they see, do you have coding knowledge? Some companies, they'll see, do you have other technical knowledge? And some companies, they'll see only spoken, like BPO company. They'll see, do you have spoken skills or not? It's enough. So prepare different types of resume. Like how the people saw VR. Same, how the company saw the resume. Let me go ahead. Next, feedback. In interviews, they'll ask some questions. You should have knowledge. You are going for a company and you don't know to whom you are talking to. You don't know what is the company, where is it, how many branches has it got, what it manufactures. Don't know any knowledge. Who is the CEO of that? This type of questions may be asked in an interview. Once you know that, okay, tomorrow in our college, we are going to, Wipro is going to conduct a campus placement. You should go to Glassdoor and some of the other websites we have, like Geeks for Geeks. Good. Go there and search for feedback, what people are telling. And second thing you can do is get knowledge from seniors. Definitely they might have placed in the same company comes on the next year. Be in contact with them. They'll tell what is what. Then you can get updated. And fifth thing, technically and with aptitude knowledge, you should be perfect. Next is practice, practice, and practice. Look, before you go for interview, pre-interview test, you may fail because of not knowing the answers. No, you know the answers, but that is not enough. So go to internet, download papers of example sheets, previous papers for interview exams, all, and solve it every day, at least some questions with a time limit. Because these pre-interview exams, they'll conduct this test with time limit. Online test, 99% of online test goes with time limit, my dear one. So practice, practice, and practice. Test before you go. Next comes here a body language. Look, my dear one, body language, speak. Body, speak. A good smile on your face, speak. If you smile at an interviewer, it is a good impression. If you are very stiff, if you are very like an introvert, it gives an impression not to select. If you are very, I'm not telling be a friendly body language, be a official professional body language. I'm not telling you to stand erect, make your back straight. No, body language is something which cannot be taught, which cannot be told. Body language is something which you get with confidence. If you have confidence, it reflects in your body language. So practice your body language. How am I looking? Look in the mirror. The best thing you can do to improve your body language is not in front of a mirror. Take your mobile phone, put it in one cupboard, put a selfie mode, and speak in front of it. And see how is your eye contact, How is your facial expression? How is your hand movement? How is your gestures? Record it. After recording, send it to your best friend who can give feedback to it. If it is wrong, make another video. If it is wrong, make another video, because your mobile, your wish. Next, here comes the question. How can I get placed? What interviewers looking for? Why people get rejected? These are the questions. These all are the questions in your mind. Look, the person who rejects someone will not tell why he was rejected. Definitely will not tell, because just this reason you got rejected. Never. No HR will tell that you are rejected first. No HR will tell that you are rejected. How can I'm sorry. Then how could you know your feedback? When the HR who take your interview, he said that you will receive a call shortly, and that call never be received, then how to get feedback? The person who get rejected, he don't know why he was get rejected. The person who get placed, he got placed. And what interview is looking for, you don't know, but you are preparing for something else. Let us match this now with some of the questions, some of the commonly questions asked in an interview. Commonly asked questions in an interview. First of all, they'll see your communication. Tell me about yourself. This question tells everything about you. So this is the question which gives an interviewer a hint to select you or reject you. Look, my dear, we gossip about everyone, can't tell about ourselves. He is like that, he do this, he is good, he is bad, Dhoni is like that, he has done this one, that is what happened, this movie is like that. Communication, my dear one, telling about ourselves. Let me tell you something about Bahubali. If you ask me why Bahubali why Katappa killed Bahubali, or why Bahubali had become that much famous, and Bahubali in one sentence, what I can say is miscommunication. No, I had seen in both the movies that no two people communicate properly. Neither Shivagami talked to Bahubali, not to Rana. Simply they go and they kill. No communication proper. Here, tell me about yourself, how to design. My dear one, if you say that I am from Kadapa and my father is MLA, he don't care. He needs the passion, the strength, the zeal in you, in your communication. The passion in you, the zeal in you, he see it. That's why. Tell me about yourself should be filled with your passion, the zeal towards the zeal towards the employee, the need to do hard work. It should be filled with this. Then only it is. He will be hiring you. If you tell about your family background, if you tell about where you born, nothing matters to him. You can tell some. I am so and so from so and so college, from so and so place. Enough. Tell now. Tell how you can match. Tell me about your to the position, because he will always see how good you are to the position available for you now. Next, he'll see is either you are committed or not. If you are committed or not, how he will know that you are committed or not? He'll ask a question. How about higher education? If you answer that, yeah, higher education is always higher education, I like to study abroad. Simply he'll tell, okay, go and study abroad. No need to work with me. So, when you are committed, the second question will be, what are your short-term and long-term goals? What is your short-term goal and what is your long-term goal? What could be the answer? My dear sweetheart, my dear children, you may answer, I like to become a CEO of your company. I like to become manager within 5 years. Then where should the manager should go of that company, or who is already exist? who established the company, where he should go. It hurts the interviewer. Look, when I come to VJIT, if I say that what is your long-term goal, I like to become a chairman, where chairman sir should go? No, this is the wrong answer. Most of the students repeatedly say, your short-term goal and long-term goal should not be a CEO, not a manager. Your long-term goal can be I like to have my own company, can be better. The best answer you can say, this is the wrong answer. The best answer you can say is, sir, my long-term goal and my short-term goal is to get a job. I want job at any cost. I want job now. If I get a job, I can update. I can be with the people around me of my same knowledge, same thoughts, who like to improve. So I want that. I want my colleagues. I want a job. I want an environment where I can grow. This is the best answer you can give than telling that I want to become a CEO. I want to become a manager. Next, why do you prefer this company? Now, in the previous slides, I have told in previous slides, why do you prefer this company? In previous slides, I have told, go to Glassdoor, go to Geeks for Geeks, take seniors' opinion. This helps you. Why do you want to join this company? You can say your company is the best company which provides so and so and so. My seniors are already working there. If you tell this sentence, 99.99% of chances are there that you are recruited. Why? Taking the opinion from seniors is common. You'll be having WhatsApp group with seniors. So tell them that I had taken the opinion from senior about your company. They were telling they are placed in so and so place. They are working there. They have got so and so thing. You provide these services. You provide this increment. You provide this. Next question will be, what is your strength and what is your weakness? Tough question, because we never write our strength. We never point it down. We never look in ourselves. We never think about us. We always point out people's mistakes. We always think, look how good he is, how good he can speak. You cannot think about yourself. So it's gone down. What could be your strength? Most of the people will tell, my father is my strength, my mother is my strength, my family is my strength. My dear one, it will not work out an interview. If your father is your strength, your father will not help you in the company to how to work and how to deal with the client. Your father will not help. Your family will never come to the company to help you. So better, your father maybe, your mother is your strength. Every father's parents are our strength. Our family is our strength. But it's not proper to tell to an interviewer. I'm telling my own perception. What is your sick? What is your weakness? If you say, I was sick, I had this problem, you will never be recruited. 100% of chances are that you will be rejected. Because you became sick today, tomorrow also you'll become sick again. We don't want sick person. Are you coming for my company to get a health insurance or what? Okay. What could be told? You can tell your inner qualities. I am a quick learner. I can learn things easily. I can mingle with people easily. I can make friends. This is my strength. My communication is my strength. I have very good leadership skills. That is my strength. I was the seer of the class since first year to final year. That is my strength. Okay, I am running behind the time. I'll go a little bit faster. If once they ask about weakness, be much more conscious about it. You can say, I'm overcommitted. I'm unable to work alone. I want a team to work. I'm overcommitted. I'll take tasks, multitask at a time. These both are positives, but you are telling in a negative way. Better, works out. Next question is, are you flexible with shift? Look, my dear, on most of the, when I talk to the most of the training and placements officers, they said, most of the students get rejected here. Simple question, are you flexible with shift or location? 90% of the girls says, no, I am from Hyderabad. I like to work in Hyderabad. I like to work in daytime, no night time, because it's not safe for girls. You are rejected. Before you are not selected, you are putting them that I want this, I want that, pick and drop facility, night shift, day shift. It should be Hyderabad only, it should be Gachibowli only, it is near to my house. No, never say no here. Yes, sir, I am flexible with either with coding. You cannot say, sir, I am good at coding. I want to go with coding only. I don't go with this. You are rejected. I'm ready to work at any shift. I'm ready to work at any location. They will hire you so that they can send you to abroad if vacancies exist. Then excuse me. Then comes your interview question, attitude question. How attitude questions they'll ask? They'll do some issues. They give an issue like, let me tell, you resigned from one company and you came to the new company. In new company, you are working very hard. Please turn off all, sir. Disturbance is coming. You are facing, you are working very hard and you are received a call from previous company that they have a trouble. Will you solve the trouble or not? You work there. Now, will you solve the trouble or not? This type of attitude questions they will ask. Never tell bad about anything. Attitude questions, they'll go sometimes deeper, very deeper. I don't like to tell this one in open platform. Some deeper questions which hurts you, they'll ask. Here you have to show your positive attitude than negative. I'm going to wind up in 5 minutes by telling my story. Here I come. Within 2 minutes, I'll wind up complete slide. Okay, by telling my story. This was a story when I was a student. What happened was I and my friend Yunus. He was Yunus. We were sitting with one of the priests. He was from Calcutta. Our religious priest head. We were sitting with him. He asked, "What do you do?" We said, "We are students. We study." Then why do you study? His question was, next question was, why do you study? Simply, we both answered in the same voice. We study for job. We need a job. Then he asked, what do you say job in Urdu and Hindi? Then I look at my friend Yunus and said, Naukari. Then he replied, Naukari? Naukari. To become Naukar, you are studying. To become Naukar, you are studying. He gave very big pat on my back. Then I was shocked what to say. Then he replied, study to serve the society. Our aim, our dream should be to serve the society. And finally, I like to conclude, crossing the time, I like to conclude by saying, three important things by which you can become the richest person the quality of being a rich. Three important things. First important thing is help people. Whatever you have, help from that. From that, you'll get happiness. Next, read books, not your syllabus, but new books. Read new books. At least 5 books you should read in a year. 5 complete books. Let it be a novel or any book. Read 5 books in a year. The first book will be the book, the holy book of yours. Read it. Every year, at least once you complete a holy book. And then next, the third thing, what you want to become, you should have contact of that type of people. If you want to become singer, at least you have 5-6 contacts. You should be in WhatsApp groups of the people who are singers. If you want to become a scientist, you should have the people who have zeal to become scientists. You should have contacts with them. If you want to become a film director, you should have at least contacts of the people who are YouTubers at least. If you want to become a professor, or if you want to become anything like an astronaut, you should have contacts. Where are the people, where they reside, what their habits is. If you do these 3 things, help people, update with the knowledge, read books, and increase your cycle, you'll be the richest person in the world. By this, I end my slide. I thank everyone for giving me this wonderful opportunity to interact with the students all over the on Zoom as well as on YouTube. Thanks for watching me. Thanks for being with us. I sincerely tell my big thanks for selecting me for this webinar, to the management and my senior staff supporting me. Thank you everyone for your time. If you have any questions, please you can mail me. One of the student has asked to tell about resume again, but I was lacking behind the time. I'm very sorry. I'll tell you in my videos. You can, as madam has said, I am a YouTuber. You can personally come to my YouTube channel, Shafi Syed. SHAFI SYET. So you can learn how to make a resume and all. And finally, if you want anything, you can comment also. I will be replying you in the comment section. Thank you, madam. Here I wind up. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shafi sir, for your most valuable inputs, which is the need of the hour for the students as they are in final year now. I think you have guided them at the right time on how to choose a successful career path. Though there are many important factors in choosing a career, the most vital one would be going along with your passion or interest. I hope our students will certainly be benefited by this informative lecture about career and how to get selected for a suitable job or how to get placed in a good company. Hope your tips would be very, very useful for all the students at this juncture. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Thank you all the students for your valuable time. I thank all my English faculty for your presence in this session and for making this session a success. And let us all meet tomorrow once again at 11 a.m. Tomorrow we have two sessions, one at 11 a.m. and the second one, the last one, the concluding one in the evening at 4. And any queries to Shafi sir, he can just answer your queries through his email. Email is given to you. And once again, I thank you. Let us call it a day. Thank you so much.